This information is for educational purposes only, does not constitute legal advice, and does not create an attorney-client relationship. If you need legal assistance about a legal problem, contact an attorney.
Well, what are compacts anyway? And one of the things that I like to tell people is that compacts, in many ways in the United States, is that secret sauce that puts the United in the United States. Now, I can really nerd out on history, but I'm going to keep this short. So if we go back even before the U.S. Constitution, when we had individual colonies, they found out they had to actually cooperate on things. They had their sovereignty, but they had to figure out a way to cooperate with their neighbor or their neighbor's neighbor. And that eventually formed this concept of a compact that came into the Constitution as a compact clause. And that is basically, it recognizes state sovereignty, it recognizes federal supremacy, but it's the legal mechanism for states to enter into contractual agreements to outline terms to accomplish a purpose amongst states. Now, we have all kinds of compacts. We have driver's license compacts and water compacts and airports. Many airports are compacts and, transportation systems and education. The list goes on and on and on. EMS is one of 250 plus compacts. It's important to us because the EMS Compact allows for one state EMS license of a state that's entered into this contractual agreement to be recognized in other states. Think about it like your driver's license. Your driver's license issued in Texas or Colorado or wherever you may be is recognized in other states. Well, that's because states largely are part of a compact. They've agreed to standardized terms. They have a contract between the states that says, I recognize your license, you recognize mine. If someone breaks your law, this is how we're going to adjudicate it. And that is the model used for the EMS Compact. Now, your question also went on to, well, why did we even need this compact and what was the origins? So if you go back now about 12, 13 years ago, and at the time, we have a large federal-based EMS workforce. Everything from air marshals through Secret Service, through FBI, all kinds of Homeland Security initiatives. And our federal workforce said, well, wait a second, we don't want to be in violation of state law. But at the same time, it's just not practical for me to carry 50 different licenses. And so they looked at solutions, and the best solution was to form an occupational licensure compact. Now, at the time, the only ones that had done that in occupational licensure was nursing. So the Department of Homeland Security funded a project to explore this, explore the legal foundations of it, and actually create the foundation for what is today the EMS Compact. So that's the origin, kind of in a nutshell, really quick, but it really started out of a need to figure out how do we solve this issue, which, by the way, was much bigger than just federal officials. I mean, I at one point in time, I held 7 state licenses. I meet people who have 20, 25 state licenses. So we needed a solution for that. And today there are 17 occupational licensure compacts. EMS was number 2, and we help open the door for so many other professions.
Know Your Regulator, the podcast that inspires you to engage.